The best stories in Ball State sports are found here. My name's AJ Swiatek. I'm joined by JJ Gregston, and February's edition of SL Featured is jam-packed with stories you're sure to love.
And AJ, nothing says love more than the passion that these students at Ball State Sports Link have for Ball State sports, and I'm so excited to see what stories they have for us.
Well, the creative storytellers of Ball State Sports Link did it again. Without further ado, this is SL Featured, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie supports the students of Ball State Sports Link. Behind-the-scenes access and off-the-field lives of student athletes, SL Featured is the home for the best stories in Ball State sports. This is the award-winning SL Featured, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
It's February. My walk to the studio today, frigid. But one person I won't tell that to is Braxton Kuntz. He hails all the way from Upper Canada and comes down to Ball State to play golf. He's comfortable in all the seasons. For more on this, let's take a look at his story, produced by Jack Ashby and Evan Miller.
First impression of him was just how far he hit the golf ball. I mean, he just absolutely beats that thing.
Golf is a very mental game. And that's something that I think takes the longest to get used to. It's a lot of, it's a long round. It's 4 or 5 hours. You're in your own head a lot. To really just enjoy it, I think, is the most important part. If you're not enjoying it out there, it's going to be 4 or 5 hours of misery. I mean, you look around, you see the beautiful trees, the way the course has been designed and all the plants and stuff. It's really kind of peaceful in the midst of a game that can kind of be chaotic at times. My first semester down in Louisiana, it was my freshman year of college. I was out on the range hitting some golf balls and just randomly felt my heart beating really fast, and I thought, that's a little odd. I really felt that before. I mean, I took a walk around for a little bit and it wouldn't really slow down, and maybe about 5 minutes later it stopped. So it obviously caught me off guard, but I didn't think too much of it. And then after that, it kept happening every couple of weeks for pretty much the rest of the year. I remember being in the final round of our provincial event. I was winning by 4 or 5 at the time, and through 9 holes it started beating really fast, and I was really considering at one point, pulling out of the tournament and having to go to the hospital. So to have that extra kind of fear in the back of my mind, I think really affected my golf game. I got back to Canada and spent a couple of weeks at home, and then suddenly it started happening and it wouldn't stop. So I had to start going to the hospital almost weekly to get them to use a certain drug to slow it down. They explained it to me as one of my ventricles, it might be my left one, was just beating out of sync pretty much. The procedure they did was they went in and with a catheter through one of your veins that goes to your heart and pretty much cauterize that extra pathway you have in your heart. So really common procedure. I was in and out of there the same day, and I was playing golf the next week.
It's crazy how far he hits. I mean, I thought for a little bit that I hit the ball far, and he's 40 past me sometimes. He works really hard. He spends a lot of time in here. He just beats balls. When it's go time, he's pretty determined. He knows what he wants to go out and do, and it's kind of just him versus the course.
When I was around 2 or 3 years old, I was around the front yard swinging a plastic golf club, hitting foam golf balls around, and just never stopped. And I've loved it ever since. So my love for it has never really changed, and I've just stuck with it and gotten pretty good at it, I guess.
Baseball season is back in full swing, and with that comes new stories. One senior at Ball State has a unique journey getting here and a goal to make his last season his best. And who better to tell you that story than himself? This is Clay Jacobs' story, produced by Evan Cummings, followed by a preview at this season's intro video.
My name is Clay Jacobs, and I'm an outfielder. JUCO for me was a big tool. I came from a really small high school, and I had a few injuries in the summer, so I really wasn't able to get scouted on the summer circuit. I came to Ball State. I honestly did not know a whole lot of Ball State. I knew somebody that was here, Ryan Peltier, and I actually sent him a text one day, and I was like, hey, could you, get me in touch with your coach? Next thing you know, I talked to Coach Rich, and he came out and watched me and committed 3 days later. During the off season for me was pretty big. I went and played out in Iowa for summer ball. The main thing was hitting for power and hitting left-handed pitching, but I was like, hey, this is my last summer. This right here is my last spring season. Just enjoy it, and go 0 for 4 one day, enjoy it. Hey, I got to play the game another day. I go 4 for 4, hey, enjoy it. I got to play the game another day. It's my last go. It's my last rodeo. Beginning of the end, so to speak. So I'm just enjoying every single moment I can. The bus rides, the late nights, the media day, the 4-hour practices. I'm just trying to enjoy everything, because in 6 months I'm going to be working for a year or whatever. So just enjoy every single moment I can. Hang out with the guys, cherish it, and make memories that'll last a lifetime.
United we stand, salute. United we stand, salute. United we stand, salute. You can't understand the roots. You facing no chance for the troops. Telling me facing the truth.
During Black History Month, the creative storytellers of Ball State Sports Link sat down with 6 different Ball State athletes and had them describe what their black means to them. This is the piece entitled My Black Is, produced by Nate Locker and Amadou Diallo.
Lift every voice and sing.
I'm more than just the color of my skin.
Till earth in heaven.
I am more than just a number on my jersey.
I am more than just how fast I run.
How hard I hit.
How smooth I shoot.
There's so much more to me than what the naked eye can see.
My black is proud.
My black is worthy.
My black is persistent.
My black is beautiful.
My black is my power.
My black is enough.
Our black is unapologetic.
Our black is me.
Earlier this month, Ball State men's basketball defeated Eastern Michigan in a picture-perfect finish. If you missed it live, we have a recap for you today, and we're currently joined by one of the producers on this piece, Evan Cummings. Evan, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Whenever you are in such a stressful situation like that, the game's really close, how do you make sure that you get the shot that's going to be so momentous for the program going forward?
Yeah, it's mainly about 2 things. It's about trust and communication. You got to trust that, your fellow shooters that are there with you shooting the game, that they are confident in their abilities to actually get the shot, and then it's all about communication as well. Communicating between everyone, making sure that no one's getting the same shot from the same angle, and that everyone's shooting whenever they should be shooting.
Evan, take me into your production process a little bit. You get back, take all the footage off of the SD cards. What did it look like laying out that timeline and really nailing down how you wanted each shot to be in that sequence?
It's a long hour or so with me and fellow producer Jude. We mainly just kind of sat there and figured out how we wanted to pace it, what we wanted to show, what we didn't think was worth showing. And then we started putting stuff in Premiere the next day and kind of sort of just laying out how everything would look. And then kind of audio came next after. The overtime sequence was something that we looked into very much, kind of sort of planning out how we wanted to pace that, what we wanted to show. And then sort of the ending with the fat dunk was also very heavily planned.
What advice would you give someone who wants to be in your shoes as a producer someday?
I would say just have a plan, organize everything beforehand, know what everyone's going to be doing, and always communicate during the event. And then if you have that plan, you'll have a lot of confidence going into an important game like that Eastern Michigan game.
Thanks again for joining us, Evan. Without further ado, this is the tale of a hero.
Welcome live from Worthen Arena, where we are getting set for this Tuesday's Mid-American Conference matchup between the Ball State Cardinals and the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Number 1, Jamari Hill, the junior guard, in his 24th start. Sparks wins the tip-off, and Ball State will start with the basketball.
Here's Hernandez, he can fly, and he rocks the rim. Nelson got a palm to it, he'll get a lob. Oh, booyakasha, Gorosito. Money. Top to Sparks. It's two men, you jump in, one. Have to dish this one off or back down. He opts for the latter and finishes with the left hand. Sparks gets the lead out to 8 and himself to the double digits in scoring. Back to Terry, deep three. Oh man, he can't miss. This possession could decide it. Hill lost possession, the ball's going the other way. Christian Henry through the teeth of the defense. Ball State looks to rewrite some history as Hernandez is to inbound.
On Ball State.
Huge. It's a foul on the way in, and Peyton Sparks is going to go to the line with a chance to take the lead. First one's off the back iron. A lot more pressure added to this second shot for the lefty.
The 286th best free throw percentage in the entire nation.
Gets the friendly roll, and we are tied at 75 apiece. 6 seconds to play. Hill guarding Henry. Step back jumper. No good. We're headed to overtime from Worthen Arena. Running out of options. He has to do a fadeaway. No good. Hill with the putback. It's an effort play that pays dividends. Resets with Henry. Billingsley screen, spin move. Henry got it. Henry pull up from the charity stripe. No good. Rebound goes Mickey Pearson. He's hit in the face. And Jihad is going to send the Cardinals to the line with a chance to tie it. The Cardinals' best free throw shooter gets a pair. Enter today shooting at an 84% clip. Buries the first. On his 24th birthday. Pearson ties the game. 4 to shoot. Henry loses possession. Spin move. Hill with the block. Offensive board. Ball State's going to have possession with a chance to win this game.
On the floor, Britton Watts, Hill, Sparks, Hernandez, and Mickey Pearson Jr. Inbound safely into the hands of Hill. He gets across the timeline. No timeout by Coach Lewis. 7 to go.
Who wants to be the hero? Fatt Hill runs! Oh, yes! It's good if it goes. It doesn't.
And it's over! Ball State has won! Jamari Hill, get out of town!
Oh my Lanta! Plays like that from Jamari Hill are what we've grown to expect. The dunk, it's no different from what we see from him on a nightly basis. We have a preview of his story and a big one that will be coming out in March, but in the meantime, here's a sneak peek on what the creative storytellers of Ball State Sports Link have been working on regarding Fatt Hill.
I think first you look overall basketball ability, talent, then athleticism comes into play. But you can't undervalue character. You can't undervalue their willingness to do what it takes to win, especially in today's new college landscape.
It was a whole different pace coming from JUCO, and it's like more demanding, so it was really no room for error. I had to make a lot of adjustments. It was more like change the pace of the game, making the right reads. I was like, it's real now. I'm at the D1 level.
He's been, he's at 2 junior colleges and now here, so this is his 3rd school in 3 years. I think he's done a great job of adjusting from the junior college game to what the game entails at our level. And I think he just provides, us with a lot of basketball things that we needed as we searched that out and found that in him. I think he's just got a high ceiling as a basketball player.
He's helped plenty of guards get to the league, so I had to come down here and be a part of it.
Who wants to be the hero? Fatt Hill runs! Oh, yes! Fly me to the moon, Jamari Fatt Hill! Ball State baseball has been picked to win the Mid-American Conference by the league's head coaches in the MAC preseason poll. The Cardinals return first-team All-MAC selection and MAC Freshman Pitcher of the Year Keegan Johnson and second-team All-MAC first baseman Blake Beavis among a group of 17 returnees. Ball State senior guard Allie Becky has been named to the 2025 Becky Hammond Mid-Major Player of the Year Top 10 semifinalist list, announced by Her Hoop Stats. Becky is the lone women's basketball player from the Mid-American Conference to make the national list.
Ball State football coach Mike Yurimovich announced the addition of 12 new student-athlete football players that will join the Cardinals program in 2025. All are incoming freshmen with the exception of transfer Adam Dolan, who will graduate from Butler this spring and play in his final year of eligibility at Ball State. And finally, Ball State soccer head coach Josh Reif has been named the next head coach of the Indiana University women's soccer program. Reif, who spent 6 seasons coaching the Cardinals, is an alumnus of Indiana who played on 2000 and 2001 teams that reached the Final Four. A national search for his replacement is underway. In the world of college athletics, there are many obstacles that athletes have to overcome. One of those athletes being TJ Birch. Here's his story, produced by Rowan Elbert and Ethan Gable.
I'm from a small city called Warren, Ohio. All my family plays sports. All my uncles play football. I'm the first to actually go to college playing basketball. They all went to college playing football, Division I football. My dad went to the University of Toledo. My uncle went to the University of Michigan. I have a cousin that went to the University of Ohio State and played for Jim Tressel. My uncle has a saying called "Bloodline Matters," and that's because all of my bloodline play sports. Like his daughter plays at YSU. It's in Youngstown. She plays Division I basketball, and we both wear the same number, 22. So yeah, our legacy is real deep. Coach Will Wade and the whole program itself, we built a really good relationship, and I ended up signing early. And then later throughout my recruitment, the transfer portal, a lot of stuff picked up, and then I decided to go ahead and decommit.
We had a spot open. It was somebody that we had talked to, but a little bit prior to, and I think just the portal's changed. Recruiting, and to have a high school young guard out there available at that time that really has the qualities and abilities that TJ had was something we wanted to take advantage of.
It's my recruitment was open about 2 months, and then I had a couple other schools. I was just trying to go through all my options, and then I ended up talking to Coach Lewis and Coach Lou, and they was on me, and we've been talking ever since I decided to come here, and it's been a great decision.
If you coach long enough, you understand things happen, and I just thought it was an opportunity to attract a pretty good player here to Ball State one that could fit a need and a role on our team, and somebody that you could work with and grow, and you know, I have a lot of belief in what he can become.
He's never gonna tell me a lie. That's his big thing. He told me that straight up. That was like one of the first things that he told me. He was like, I'm never gonna lie to you. I'm gonna always be straight up forward with you. Him saying that means a lot, because to be honest, in this college basketball world, it's a lot of he say, she say. It's a lot of coaches telling you what you want to hear, but he's gonna tell you the truth straight up.
It wasn't really a pitch. Like he was, like I said, he was looking for a spot. We had a spot available. I just tried to explain to him what this experience was going to be like, what I was about, what I value in players, what I value in our program, and do you think you can do that? Can you, do you fit these things? And you know, he wholeheartedly was all about it.
Or, you know, our team's a little older, a lot of, like, I call them my big brothers. Like, we have like a couple 5 years, 6 years, and it's been really like in my ear and just teaching me how to play the game the right way and what to do, what not to do, just getting me ready for my future ahead.
Me and TJ, we real cool, like almost like big brother, little brothers. Like anything he need, I got him.
I think he gives a different dynamic, you know, just with his speed. You know, but he's like a lot of young guards, like all the plays that he's ever made in his career are about for him. And he's learning, you know, when you start hitting scouting reports and the defenses and coverages change, especially at our level, like you're gonna have to be able to make plays for others. And he's learning how to do that. He's learning his reads and his progressions in ball screen coverages and where the tags are coming from, where's the help coming from. That's gonna tell him who the open guy is. And he's progressing in those areas.
I feel like TJ can really hoop. It's like in practice, he just got to learn a little bit more so coach trusts him more to put him out there in those situations. But TJ is a good player.
Biggest takeaway is that I know that I can compete at a real high level, and I feel like even when I was on the court at the time that I did get, I felt like I showcased to everybody that, yeah, like I could really be a really good player and a really good Division I basketball player.
I think he's going to be a good player. You know, I've told him that when we recruited him. I've told him that throughout this season, and even though he's probably not playing the minutes that he wants, especially since we've got into conference play, he's got to be able to use every day to continue to grow his game.
I'm gonna keep working, and my time coming. That's all I have to say. My time's coming.
Since arriving on campus here in Muncie, Indiana, Elise Stuck has become a mainstay in the Ball State women's basketball lineup. This is her story, produced by Dominic Liacani and Tristan Fleur.
I really do pride myself on doing little things. I think just being able to do little intangibles for any team, and that's stuff that like I love to do and that I pride myself on doing. I'm from northern Michigan, so a really small town. I had been playing on a northern team, and I had decided I was gonna switch up what I was doing, go play for a team downstate, kind of near Flint, and that's what I was gonna do and try to open up my recruiting.
It was easy to tell that she was gonna be a Division I player. We had plenty of conversations with her. It was just one of those deals where the big boys were coming, and she had great opportunities to go test herself in the Big Ten. And so it was pretty evident that that was going to be the direction she ended up.
I really didn't talk to a lot of mid-major schools when I was coming out of high school, and it's terrible that I have to say that because I wish I would have. I wouldn't say it was my dream school. My family did a really good job of like making sure I saw my options, and like they really did let me make my own decision. And it was like overall a pretty tough 4 years for me. Just didn't play a ton, like honestly, throughout my career. Towards the back half of my senior year, I knew that I was gonna probably enter the portal after that year. Everyone in the portal is looking for something specific. I was looking for very specific things out of a team. People call you, and if you're not on the same page right away, you just wish each other the best of luck and move forward. I wanted to play on a team that can win their conference. I wanted to win a whole bunch of games. I obviously wanted to play. I wanted another chance to go to the NCAA tournament, and I wanted a ring. So, like for me, those it just ended up checking all the boxes for me.
It was exciting because we knew the talent, and we knew, that this was something we had really targeted and needed.
Like being able to play for Brady and play for someone who coaches you, and you can tell he cares, he's hard on you, but you can tell. And that is something that is very special to me.
She plays as hard, if not harder, than anybody I've ever coached. It has instantly given us an ability to create mismatches. She's just been exactly what we needed to really change the way we play.
I wasn't on the court all the time in Ann Arbor, so I think just being able to be more of a vocal leader on the court and kind of just be able to talk through people and be able to lead younger kids has been really special for me.
There's been times where, adversity got the best of us, and I remember her being the voice of reason in the moment, and they have respect for her, because when you play as hard as she does, your credibility's through the roof. Nobody can question where you're coming from with it. I'm happy for her. My pride in what she's doing is she found herself in basketball again.
I think you just want to come out of it a stronger, better, more mature person out of it. I think there's so many lessons that I've learned throughout college basketball that have literally shaped me as a person, no matter they're good or bad.
Cross court, Stuck, right wing three, yep, you bet, Elise Stuck.
If you like what you saw today, be sure to follow us on social media at BSU SportsLink for more stories like this.
Well, if you liked what you saw, how could you not? Love's in the air. It's the month of February, and the creative storytellers of Ball State Sports Link did it again. For JJ Gregston, I'm AJ Swiatek saying thank you to everyone involved behind the scenes. This has been a presentation of SL Featured, brought to you by Victory Honda of Muncie.